All right, guys, what's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Looking forward to Monday. Not really. Anyway, so I nearly got scammed out of about $20,000 from this fake company. You can Google them. There we go. American Truck Mart. Hit the search button. Boom. American Truck Mart. That's their logo. Supposedly they're located out of Cleveland, Ohio. There is no Google reviews to be found of this company. Now there's I'll have to pull it up, but only testimonies is from their website here. That's it. And then you look down here, which I should have caught this already. That's a new website. Now, what was I going to get scammed on? Well, guys, when they say something's too good to be true, guess what? It is. So, I was looking at this truck. It's a good looking truck. Now, you say, there's no way that a Peterbilt 379 that runs is going to sell for $20,000. That's very true. But sometimes somebody gets out of business and they just want to shut her down. They find a place to sell their equipment. So 2005 Peterbilt 379 extended hood, VIN number, mileage 400,000 mile on overhaul. So I was like, that's good. Horsepower. So everything in this writing, and I've looked, there is no misspelled numbers, no misspelled words. Everything seemed up and up, except for the price. So I give them a call and they say, oh yeah, we still got it. That's another red flag. If it's $20,000, why is it still in business? So look at the background, guys, because I'm fixing to show y'all something else here in a minute. Background, 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 background. They got all these pictures. They even have a video of the motor running. I mean, they got everything. I mean, everything you need. Thank God my reefer just shut off. It's a 13 speed. I mean, they got it's got a refrigerator. It's a nice 379. It's a beautiful truck. I mean, they got everything. Here's the video of the motor running. Now, if you look at it, once I'm looking at it now, you can tell that that's a copied video. It's not, you know, like me showing a video right now, or not me recording a video. So anyways, they offer 80 cents a mile delivery. Now, when I called the lady, I said, hey, I want to fly out to the truck and take a look at it. Oh, we don't have that option. So I was like, that don't sound right. You want me to buy something sight unseen? So that was a red flag. So the price is flag number one. Not being able to come out there and see the truck, pay for the truck, and drive the truck home was another red flag. And then the rate per mile to have it delivered was a red flag. I don't know. I mean, yeah, freight rates are garbage right now, but 80 cents a mile, like, you know, I'm not buying it. So I'm at the bank. I am fixing to wire these folks $20,000. Well, I get an email from them. Let's see. Bank wire instructions. Man, I said, I'm going to look this stuff over. I'm going to see if there's anything that pops up that might throw a red flag. So, man, I'm scouring it. It looks legit. Look at this thing, man. I mean, it looks 100% legit. Got the delivery fee in there. $20,000 refund. Blah, blah, blah. It's got all of the barcodes and all this stuff. I mean, it looks 100% legit. Until you start looking at the details. Now check out those details. It's a whole different name of a different company. So I Googled Professional Gears Unlocked Company LLC and this address. This address pops up to a house. Well, there is also an EIN number in here somewhere, and I run that EIN number. And that EIN number is for a foreign business that uses, that gets an EIN, business, employer identification number. But then it's usually for subsidiary companies or whatever they got over here. So I'm thinking, okay. I'm still like, man, this doesn't feel right. Something's just not right about this situation. Truck price is way, there it is, EIN number. So I punch that in and I get the information I'm looking for. I said, man, honestly, I think I've seen this truck somewhere else too. So let's go over here to Ohio Truck Sales. Now, we all know Ohio Truck Sales is a legit business. We know that, you know, they've been in business. They got 2 locations. You could go to their lot. You can go test drive their equipment. Like, you know, it's there, right? Oh my gosh, what do we got here? 2005 Peterbilt 379 extended hood, 13 speed. All right, now more truck details. Now that's the actual price, and you know what a price should be. Guess what? Word for word, what that other site has going on. The other site added some things to it, but for the most part, well, actually no, there's another, oops, wait. I don't have an iOS. My bad. No, I don't want that. That's not what I'm looking for. There is some more information on this truck besides this right here. But it talks about having new pogo sticks, new 3/19/2018. Both of them says the same thing. Engine haul with paperwork. Blah, 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 blah. It's all there. And then the pictures. Let's go look at the pictures. I just showed you that one. Look at the background. Remember I told you to look, remember the background? And see, this is Ohio Truck Sales. So while I'm standing in the bank, I call Ohio Truck Sales. I said, hey, I think somebody is scamming y'all's pictures and trucks and trying to scam people. She said, what'd you see it on TikTok? I said, no, actually, I popped in used 379s and their website popped up. The same exact truck. Same exact pictures. Everything is the same. She said, yeah, we've been getting a lot of that lately. A lot of people from TikTok and other things are getting calling us and letting us know, hey, we're seeing your trucks on these other websites and other sale pages and all this other stuff. So anyways, I tell the banker lady, I said, that's a scam. And so I took a loan out to buy this truck. Well, that loan had a $2,000 origination fee. So I'm out $2,022.21 because I turned it back around and paid the loan right back off. But I was still out to $2,000. So she calls me, said, you make the wire transfer? Some Indian accent. I'm like, then I went off. I said, no, you scamming piece of crap. I didn't, and I'm not, and I'm contacting the FBI, contacting the Ohio State Bureau of Investigations or the Attorney General's office. So, first thing I do is I call the Ohio State Bureau of Investigation, which I guess it links to the Attorney General's office. I said, hey, y'all got a company that's scamming photos of other dealerships and other trucks that are selling and trying to scam people out of money. And he said, oh, where'd you find it? At the internet? I said, yeah. But they claim to be in Cleveland, Ohio. He said, you're going to have to contact the FBI. And here's the email address. So I went on there and I filled out all the information. I sent it to the FBI. I've tried to contact Google. I've tried to contact, I don't know, Yahoo, whatever, any page group, anything that I can try to get this website shut down. No luck. Well, while I'm searching, I get a report, scammers basically with the Federal Trade Commission. So I went in and I filed a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission. So hopefully the FBI and the FTC will pick this up and investigate them. Because there's no telling how many people that they have scammed out of money. And I'm wondering why there's no Google reviews, why you can't get any Now, this is what I was going to tell you about the reviews. Alright, so you punch in American Truck Mart reviews, consumer report, complaints. There is none. It goes to AmericanTrucks.com, which is a completely different business that is located in Cleveland, Ohio. Almost close to the same area that they are. Sorry, guys. Gosh dang. I'm going to try to edit that out. Sorry, guys. I'm going to try to edit that out. But this isn't the same company, the AmericanTrucks.com. It's AmericanTrucksMart.com is their email address or their webpage address. So there's no Google reviews, no complaints, blah, blah, blah. Now, how is that possible? Now, let's go back to their page. Hush, Buster. So click on American Truck Mart. Go over to their inventory. And they claim they sell dump trucks, tractors. Here's another truck that they're scamming. And honestly, that's a decent price. Actually, it's probably about $4,000 or $5,000 too expensive for a day cab. And then they got this one. And that one's probably about $10,000 too low. And then they got these tractors. Now, $18,000. I'm not too sure about John Deere's. That's more like a little yard tractor. But then they have, that's a legit price. That's pretty close to the legit price. That's a pretty close to legit price. So they got a lot of equipment that is within, now 2006 Peterbilt for $23,000. No. So I mean, some of their pricing is kind of in par, with what's going on. Now, I looked at all of this stuff and I'm like, some of it's underpriced, a lot of it's overpriced. There's a 2022 utility reefer. That's definitely underpriced unless it's got a ton of hours on it. I think it, and then here's a 2017 for $15,000, which that's probably pretty close to market value for a 2017, depending on the hours. So anyways, guys, I'm trying to get this out here so that hopefully the FBI will investigate, the Federal Trade Commission can investigate. Maybe they'll call me tomorrow. I'll give them some some addresses where they can go and do some raids on these people and try to get them shut down, especially if they're domiciled here in the United States. Or even if they're just the workers, shut their website down. Yeah, they'll build a new one tomorrow. But if we can get some of these people arrested, freeze their funds on their bank account that I have their information to, if they haven't already moved their funds, which I doubt. Put a hurt on them. Slow them down, do something. But that would have been devastating, because I'd been paying for a loan for a vehicle I never got. So I'm glad I kept digging. I'm glad I kept looking, because you got that feeling like something just doesn't feel right. Well, I had that, and that's what saved me from losing $20,000 freaking dollars, because man, I wanted that truck, and your mind feeds on, it sometimes it doesn't let you see rationality or whatever. I could have kept the money and you know, found a truck for, you know, another 10 or 15,000 and added to it. But honestly, I just paid the loan back, and I'll just keep looking and saving what I can, and hopefully one day I'll have a Peterbilt 379 before I die. If not, hey, whatever. So guys, I appreciate you watching, and if you don't mind, hit that like button, subscribe, and we will see you on the next video.